Flying private is often portrayed as the ultimate luxury, something reserved for celebrities, executives, and billionaires. But behind the polished images and highlight reels, the reality is far more complex. Flying private isn't just about comfort. It's about economics, trade-offs, and understanding how the system actually works. In this video, we're breaking down the real cost of flying private, how pricing works, what people don't talk about, and when it actually makes sense. There are two main ways people access private jets. The first is chartering, the second is ownership. They may sound similar, but financially, they are very different. Chartering a private jet means paying for a flight without owning the aircraft. Most charter prices are quoted per flight hour, and the range is wider than many people expect. Light jets typically cost between $2,500 and $4,000 per hour. Mid-size jets usually range from $4,000 to $8,000 per hour. Heavy jets often exceed $10,000 per hour, and sometimes far more. But the hourly rate is only part of the total cost. Most charter flights include additional charges. Fuel surcharges, landing fees, crew expenses, catering, and de-icing can all be added to the final bill. On longer trips, repositioning flights can significantly increase the cost, even if the aircraft is flying empty. This is where many first-time charter clients are surprised. One of the most misunderstood parts of private aviation is the empty leg. An empty leg occurs when a jet needs to reposition without passengers, either to pick someone up or to return to its base. Because the aircraft has to fly anyway, operators often sell these flights at a discount. Empty legs can sometimes cost 50 to 80% less than a standard charter. But there's a trade-off. They are one-way flights. They are schedule-dependent, and they are unpredictable. You fly when and where the jet needs to go, not the other way around. For flexible travelers, empty legs can be valuable. For most people, they're not a reliable option. Then there's ownership. Owning a private jet is often viewed as the ultimate status symbol, but financially, it's rarely the most efficient choice. Purchase prices can range from several $1 million to well over $60 million. And that's only the beginning. Owners are responsible for maintenance, inspections, crew salaries, insurance, hangar space, fuel, parts, and depreciation. Even a small private jet can cost $1 to $3 million per year to operate before it ever takes off. Most private jets only fly a few hundred hours annually. That means extremely high fixed costs spread across limited usage. Ownership usually only makes sense if you fly frequently, value complete schedule control, and can comfortably absorb those fixed expenses. For everyone else, chartering or a hybrid solution is often more practical. Between chartering and ownership sit fractional programs and jet cards. Fractional ownership allows you to buy a share of an aircraft. Jet cards offer prepaid flight hours at fixed rates. These options reduce complexity and increase predictability, but they don't eliminate cost. You're paying for access and convenience, not savings. One of the biggest myths about flying private is that it's always about luxury. In reality, many people choose private aviation for efficiency, flexibility, productivity, and privacy. For certain businesses and individuals, those benefits justify the cost. For others, they don't. Flying private isn't a cheat code, and it isn't a scam. It's a tool. An expensive tool, but a tool nonetheless. Understanding the economics matters more than the image, because once you understand how pricing actually works, you can make smarter decisions. Whether that means chartering strategically, using empty legs carefully, or realizing commercial travel is still the better option. Private aviation isn't about flying like a celebrity. It's about understanding the system, the costs, and the trade-offs. That's the real economy of flying private. If you want clear, practical breakdowns of private aviation without the hype, subscribe to JetEconomy.